Hello, good morning. Sometimes you don't want to wake up, I'm still upset over that. Would have just rather stayed sleeping today. We got stuff we got to do. The people, responsibilities, you know what I'm saying? Responsibilities. Anyway, today is, today is, today is Saturday. Saturday, August 12th, or 13th. Saturday, August, no, we think it's 12th, right? This calendar. Yeah, no, that's right. Monday is the first. This Friday was the fifth. Yeah? What? No, today is 13th. It is the 13th. Okay, my brain's on right. August 13th. Hello, Rocky. Good morning. Say good morning to everybody that's not watching. Okay? Future watchers, people in the future will watch this. We'll have thousands and thousands of views in the year 2030. Like it's going to help us now. Like I get a rat's ass anyway. Okay, so see, basically, these shows, well, they don't. Um, they don't. French vanilla and lemonade mango. Sherbet. French vanilla frozen yogurt and lemonade mango sherbet. Good. We went on his bicycle the other day. And night before last, I finally ground down that goose mint and put those bars in there. Well, he just loved that, loves it. So today, what are we doing today? We got the trailer still issue right there. Once the mouse vanished. There we go. Where'd it go? Went in the bag, I guess. The bag of stuff. Well, never mind. Skip that. I have to have it. We absolutely have to have it right at the moment. Skip it out. Skip it. Right. Let it be. Find it later. Every second, every single solitary second of the day. Since every moment I've been awake, since that moment, I can't get the look on his face, the surprised look, like after not paying attention and then running my dog over, and killing my dog. You know that look. Oh, what was that? Can't get that look out of my face. This is the hardest. Forgiveness for this guy is going to be the hardest thing I've ever done since the beginning of time. No, maybe not. There's been others. Very hard to forgive. You want some, huh? Yogurt. Oh, okay. Now swallow some for me. Portion control. See, there's a certain psychology to that. If you want to lose weight, really the best way to lose weight is get dogs. Get a big dog that loves to eat. You know, we did it early on, long ago. We had Sabrina and her mama and their other doggy. As I started my diet, well, really I didn't adopt this function of my diet, the portion control method, by having your animals swallow your swallows, your birds. Okay, so any food you don't want to swallow yourself, you let them swallow it. They'll turn it into poop and it goes out of the world. And so any food that you don't want to have swallow, you want to swallow yourself, you can have your doggy swallow. So um, um, so losing weight, it's a simple formula, really. When you get right down to it, when you quit stuffing your face with calories, you'll start burning off your storage fat, your storage. So in other words, it's like your pantry. You got your pantry all full of food and stuffed, and your cabinets all overflowing, right? You got to use some of it up before you go get more, right? Well, what people do, they um, your body when you overeat, it stockpiles it in your body, and then it just overflows. It's like just you know, that's the simplest part of the formula. As long as what you put in your mouth is less than what you, as long as what you swallow down in your body is less than what you burn off in a day, you will lose weight. Right now, our current weight is 148 or 1.1. It was 1,148.8. sorry. That was yesterday. 1480 today. When I first stepped on the scale, and then I took a nap, and I got up off the scale, and I stepped on it 1078. So I lost 2/10 of a pound by taking a nap and not eating anything. See what I'm saying? All you got to do is not eat, and you lose weight. Now, if you're not eating and not doing anything, your muscles will atrophy, and you will lose a lot of weight. But if you're staying active and keeping your muscles toned up and using that fat off your body into your muscles, you will not only lose weight, but you will also stay healthy. So that's why the weight, diet and exercise are the things that are stressed. The most important, that's diet and exercise to stay healthy. Staying healthy is not gaining weight, okay, and keeping your muscles toned, keeping your bones, your bone density good, and your muscles toned. Okay, you keep your bone density by proper diet. You keep your muscles toned by working them, and I mean, and proper diet is what's proper for your body. If you're shoving in a bunch of stuff you're allergic to, you're not going to have your digestive system's not going to be working right. Right, Rocky? Makes sense, right? Just apply some brains and some logic to this thing, and you can figure most stuff out like that. You know. Now you don't be anything to do. I'm thinking. I'm thinking I want to go open up and grab that thing I just played on the piano and play it back, play and layer in some more audio to that, and layer in a guitar track, some guitar work, solo guitar work. It's so lead, by the way. Just everybody get it right. I'm all about making sure people pronounce shit right, okay, and use the right words in the right spot. I'm not a real good speller, but I sure am good about where words belong, okay, and how to use them. So the word is soli, refers to a musical, a melody, an improvised improvisation with an accompaniment. That's a soli. Okay, a solo doesn't have to be improvised. Well, it doesn't have to be improvised, but the whole deal is it's a it's a passage with an accompaniment. That's a soli. Okay, so when you have and that and the guitar comes in and there's a bomb bomb still going. That's a soli. Now, if all the background music drops off and then it's okay by itself, that's a solo. So when a singer steps up, okay, in front of a choir, and the choir is singing ooh ah ee ooh, and the singer is going oh yeah or whatever they're singing, that's a soli. Okay, when the choir stops singing and the guy goes la 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 la, that's a solo. Okay, want that fully, completely understood. Carve that in stone in your brain. Anything else is wrong. Okay, so when you go to a concert, okay, and you say drum solo, that means you want the drums to play by themselves. Huh? Yeah. Anyway, we don't have a lot of time to be farting around today, so maybe we'll do that tomorrow. Maybe we'll take, tomorrow, we'll do tomorrow. That's what we'll do. We'll take today's music, and tomorrow we'll add today's music to tomorrow's music. So we're going to have it'll be an alien mode and a Loki mode. So we'll alternate. So what we're going to do, here's what we're going to do. We'll take today's improvisation in the Aeolian mode and improvise a guitar solo over it in the Loki mode. Okay? In the B Loki mode. So we're Aeolian mode, and the B tomorrow will be Aeolian mode's background, today's background. And the solo we play will be in the B Loki mode. Okay? So it'll be very interesting music. And every day from now on, I think we're probably going to throw in the G mix linear mode and our Sabrina. So we'll end everything with a G mix linear mode. Every day we'll play a G mix linear mode for Sabrina. Or include it somewhere. So in today's, well, we included it in. We included it today in some of the piano work. So that was the A minor for the Aeolian mode, and I played some little stuff in the G mixed Lydian mode over the top of that. They work as long as they're in the key of C. Now what will happen is next month music that I create in September, okay, is going to end up being in the key of D flat, right? So what will happen is if I want to include Sabrina's G mix Lydian mode. From now on, the G mix Lydian mode is Sabrina's, okay, because that's the day she passed away, and the B Loki mode belongs to Karen. Tomorrow, this year, every Sunday in August is a sacred day. We do a Dia de Muerto for her, because Dia de Muerto, Day of the Dead. Okay, we have many Dia de Muertos. Uh, so the B Loki mode, because it was a Sunday in August that she passed away. 2013. Karen died. January 20th, 2013. Anyway, so in that regard, since that day, it's been telling people it's time to pay attention to who Karen was. Karen was all about, well, her when she was in her right mind, okay, she was all about peace and love, loving kindness. Her overall demeanor was all about giving, and she all right. So anyway, I've been wanting to have people come in at 9 a.m. and, for this morning thing to talk with me about situation. There's another one stuck. Something to get down. Loose. Something sticky. hairs. They're multiplying. So we can take all your hairs. This. Wait. You gotta have your hands free to do this. Anyway, so we got to get this tire. We got this, today. We got this trailer. We put it over there for this guy, and then he decides decides he don't want it anymore. Then he's gonna move on. We get over there. The tire's been slashed. We have to plug the tires to get um, put bolts in the tires, toggle bolts, so they hold there. Get the toggle bolt trick. You know about the toggle bolt trick? It'll work. It gets you by. It didn't hold there long enough to get very far, but it got it here from about a mile away. Anyway, so the tire had been slit with a knife. That's sliced about an inch long. So what we did was take a 1/4 inch toggle bolt, a big fender washer, and a piece of rubber, and you take your glue. You take some glue. You don't have to have glue. It helps to have glue. You put some glue on both sides, and you take that toggle bolt and shove it through that slit, and then you pull it back and you tighten that toggle bolt on the wheel. And you can air it up and you can drive a ways. Anyway, so it made it to right over here, right outside our place here, and then they call me back and sitting over there. They're gonna get their stuff out and ready. And we want the trailer. We're gonna use the trailer. We got a place to put it. It's like, anyway, and then they haven't been in touch with me. Well, so now what? I'm expected to do what? Well, I guess what I'm going to do is take the initiative and go ahead and I went ahead and pulled the wheels off. It's sitting over there on blocks. We loaded them into the truck, and we're going to go in a minute. We're going to head over to this Mexican tire shop, and we're going to go over there and say, hey, por favor, poquito dinero, esta, you don't have to go on the road. I can't think of the Spanish for that one. Anyway, come here, Rocky. Here, have a bite. We're into the chocolate. Mm. 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 All right, time for the pill. The pill. Now, so here's what we figured out. There's a period of time, where we were off of this, where Medicaid didn't want to pay for it. The effective dose, so the way psych meds work, is they build up in your system. It takes a while, like this, and they build up to a level, and where your body is processing it out, and it's coming in and processing it out, and processing it out. If you keep it steady, what will happen is it will alter your brain chemistry for the positive. If you're lucky. That's psychiatry. It's a guessing game. Okay. So, but anyway, we found that the Ziprasidone works for us. I had been on it for years. After 8 years, we'd noticed a little bit of. We saw it in the video. Tardive dyskinesia starts most affects your tongue first, but then it's like when you're not just paying attention, your hand will be like you won't know it, and you look if you be doing shit. Anyway, or you'll feel it. You'll hit something. Anyway, I noticed a lot while I was trying to play, trying to play music, to be playing it, and it'd be like this, my hand would want to go off and do other shit, working, doing stuff, just, anyway, it's kind of dangerous, but if you're concentrating on what you're doing, you're all right, it's only when you're not concentrating stuff, when you're doing stuff with your hands, your tongue is free, and your tongue will tend to like, or if you're watching TV, you're not doing anything with your hands, you're having a twitch or whatever. But Um, we noticed that after the it took it took only about it took about a month, about 30 days for that. After it been took 8 years to build up to develop, 7 years or however long I've been on it to develop to have it, and then it only took about a month for it to fade away and go away. All right, so we're back on it again. Here's what we want to find out. Let's see. There's two things we're doing. So one, we noticed while being medicated and properly medicated, we noticed how quick and easy we have a perfect pitch when we're medicated. Okay, we never hadn't had perfect pitch for years. We always had to kind of fight and struggle to find the had to to find the pitch. Had to start and move up to the pitch. You know, and had always had some issues tuning my instruments and things like that. Um, we're on new ground here as far as the psychological implementations implications as far as the psychological implications of tone deafness, different levels of tone deafness. There's different levels. Some people, a totally tone deaf person, can't sing a tune in a bucket, and probably is not even enjoying music like they could because they're not getting the pitches in their brain. They're not registering correctly. They're coming in the ear. They're going through the tympani, going through the hammer, the ammo, and the stirp, and then into the cochlea. Okay. Oh, for laymen, okay, non-medical people, okay, they're going from the eardrum to the one little bone to the other little bone, and then to the other little bone, and then to the round thingy that's got a vortex thing like in there with a bunch of little hairs that gets vibrated, and the little hairs are what pick up the vibration. Okay, it's a really complicated system. I don't know why Mother Nature made that so complicated. You could take the cochlea. Okay, if you move it straight up and eliminate the hammer handle on the stirrup, and you connect the tympani right to the cochlea. Okay, wouldn't matter. Um, and then, of course, then what would happen is your brain would then hear the frequencies different because, well, if you've been conditioned already, grew up with the hammer and stirrup, and you made that conversion. What you would hear all the frequencies, the amplitudes different accordingly because of the resonance. See, the hammer animal and stirrup represent a certain resonant pathway, okay, which act as filters. Okay, so if you were to take the um, hammer animal and stirrup out of the equation, you would change your spectral response of your hearing. Okay. No, this is mine. Got the medicine in it. It's a prazodone. Anyway, so there's some problem with tone deafness. People that are tone deaf, there's a problem with how the vibrations are picked up in the cochlea. They're picked up in the diaphragm, filtered through the amyloid in the cochlea. How they're converted by frequency. The frequency somehow is altered in the brain. When it finally hits the brain does something to it, like, oh, well, it perceives, say, 440 as 442, 443. It pitch shifts it around, up or down or whatever, away from the correct pitch. don't ask me how or why, because nobody knows that yet. Anyway. And tone deafness has been just defined as inability to perceive pitch. I believe. Well, let's see what our master reference has to say about tone deafness. I mean, we spent all these years waiting for this stuff to happen. We might as well use it. Our multi-device and our master reference. So we can find the button. Oh, here it is. Okay. Okay, master reference. Google Assistant, my wonderful master reference. Will you answer me a question? What is tone deafness? What is Tour de France? No, you're still stupid, you know. Tone deaf. No, not tone jazz. Phone jazz. Tone deafness. There it is. Tone deaf. No. It had it and then it did nothing. What is it to be tone deaf? There, finally.
According to Merriam-Webster, 1. Relatively insensitive to differences in musical pitch.
Okay.
2. Having or showing an obtuse insensitivity or lack of perception, particularly in matters of public sentiment, opinion, or taste. The White House long ago concluded that she is aloof and politically tone deaf.
Oh, yeah. See, they use the word tone deaf to refer to other stuff, too, like politically tone deaf. Interesting. All right, well, see, I gave you a shortened version. Inability to perceive pitch. Okay? Or insensitivity to pitch, to differences in pitch. So somebody who's tone deaf might not be able to get the difference between and that's like less than half a step, you know. Here's the whole half step here. Okay, I'm gonna do one in between. That's in between. You can divide that up 8 more times. In between a half step, you can divide it up 8 times, and still somebody who's able to perceive tones properly will be able to discern those 8 little differences. Okay? Somebody who can't, somebody who's tone deaf, has a harder time differentiating that space. Okay? Or the bigger space. The more tone deaf, the more difficult it's going to be for them to be able to recognize the differences between the two. Okay? And that's why people that are tone deaf have a hard time singing, where they can't. You heard the terms can't sing a tune in a bucket. Okay? Can't carry a tune in a bucket. Oh yeah, that's it. Can't carry a tune in a bucket. Well, because they're not able to recognize the differences. Well, so here's the breaking ground we're on, is that we think that it's related to psychosis. Okay? And I think it could be a primary indicator in people. Test them for tone deafness first at age 2. Okay, check them and then put them on medicine if they're tone deaf. I'm just saying this really probably should happen. there needs to be a study conducted, a blind study, all that. Okay, and then so that means that's why. Well, what needs to happen is I guess. There's this girl, Cecilia. What the heck? Oh, this movie came on pause. How'd that happen? How did that happen? Oh, it must be a timer on it. Okay. Here it says, all of a sudden, here comes this sound out of nowhere. What in the world is that? Anyway, so now it's going to be, this will be fun. This will be interesting. What we're going to do is tomorrow we're going to get today's feed. And so we're going to, as we start tomorrow's feed, tomorrow's stream, we're going to be playing back today's stream. We're going to have the audio from today's stream and tomorrow's stream. Our whole conversation, that's a whole hour, okay? And everything we do. And so when we go to play music, okay, we'll pick up an instrument and play with what we've played today. We'll do tomorrow. And then the next day, then maybe we'll start a fresh one Monday. So when we do Mondays, we'll do Mondays. And then Tuesday will be a second pass. And then Wednesday will be a third pass. Friday will be a fourth pass. Thursday, fourth pass. And Friday, a fifth pass. Saturday, the sixth pass. Sunday, the seventh pass. By Sunday, it'll be a full song. It'll be a full piece of music with seven pieces. Yeah, seven instruments, if you will, or seven parts. How about that? It might be more than one part for the same instrument. But if I use a guitar, it'd be like two different parts. So it's got two different sounds. It'd be kind of interesting. And then the dialogue that goes along. We can have conversations with myself. So here today, I'm going to say hi to myself. Okay, hi Ronnie. Say hi to Ron for me. And then tomorrow, when it comes up, I'll ask for myself. Right. So here, this is for the. I'll say hi. And then we'll put them side by side, and then as it progresses, I'll just like set them up in windows here, all like so I'll have a whole monitor deal. Actually, no, because one's going to overlay with the other, so I'm going to have two at once ever. And anyway, so what sucks about the whole deal with uh, is that really sucks. Let me tell you something that sucks. Is that there will never be a day for all time, okay? There will never be a moment in all time where that moment in time that happened Friday a week ago, it'll never stop replaying in my brain. No matter what I do, it's right back there. It's going to be there forever. Even after maybe he learns his lesson and finds some humility and all that stuff and comes and genuinely, really, truly, you know, well, it really comes genuinely to being a genuine good person. Even after that, even if we do find forgiveness, I'll still have that in my brain. I won't be able to get rid of it. It'll still be there. And it'll be like, well, I don't think we're ever going to get full forgiveness. See, that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's going to come. Well, it'll be, well, we forgive them in a fashion that we're not going to be wanting to seek retribution. You know, maybe we do want some retribution. Maybe I'd like him to pay for that or cremated. Have him pick up the cost. It's only right. And he should offer it. It should be him that comes and offers it. I'm not going to ask. If he offers it, I'll take that as somewhat of an apology. I'll feel his apology is genuine. But until he does, you know, if he anyway, I heard somebody outside. Hey, Rick,
Want to go to the source? Come on, let's go. Right now. You wanna know why? Killer deal, dude. Come on.
okay, killer deal. Well, I'm doing my blind test.
Ready? $15.20 per name.
Wow.
30%
We
off
got to
today.
share that right now. I got my show right now. I'm
30%
broadcasting.
off today.
Come and say hi.
No.
No,
30% off today.
say hi to everybody.
Yes. 30% off of this. 15.20.
30% off. So we got
30% off today. First time you go there, you get 20% off.
20% off. So the 20% and they're $15 eighths. So you get 20% off of $15 eighths of everything.
They got $20 eggs too. That cost $23. You can even get $7 grams if you want to get it. So like you get quarter for 45. Way better than fucking.
Yeah.
Get your life
That's
rock.
actually better than street prices. Better than street prices. The source has weed cheaper than the street. So if you want some marijuana, want to buy marijuana, go to the source. Okay, and this is an unpaid advertising, unpaid, unsolicited advertising promotion for the source, just because we're promoting marijuana. Okay, all right. So yeah, what we got? We're gonna say goodbye, and we're gonna take off. We're gonna go to the source. I gotta put some panties on. Oh yeah, see, I haven't had any panties. No, actually, these aren't panties. This is a swimsuit bottoms. Ah. Yes, I'll wear this dress. I just wear what I got on. Okay. Oh, the mouse has got the outfit in there somewhere. We got to use this. All right, we go. So we're gonna hit the live stream button in live stream. Okay. And so we're gonna go to the source and go get some marijuana. I've been just smoking my reclaims, the hash, my bong hash, pipe cleaning hash I made. It's nice for a backup, but it sure don't it's nice for a backup, and it's really good shit. But it's nice to have some flour too, you know. So anyway, we'll see you later. Okay, bye. We're gonna head to Vegas.